How's it going, everybody? Wayne here. Today we have 5 games that we'll be adding to the Complete in Box N64 library. Let's check them out. So I had a comment on one of my videos. Do I have a set schedule where I release videos? I don't. I try to release videos on Sundays, but it doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes I have screaming children playing outside the house where I can't record, or work gets crazy. Whatever the reason may be, I can't have a set schedule for my videos. I will release videos regularly, but not on a set schedule. I've also been watching a lot of YouTube videos on people going out and getting fit, and that kind of motivated me to start going to the gym every day. I've always done the minimal workouts I needed to do to pass my military physical training test, but now I kind of want to push the bar a little bit and go further with that. The last time I worked out like this was when I was deployed in 2007, and it got me thinking of an old friend I used to have. We actually met in Texas at basic training, and then we went from basic training to Florida, where we went to technical school together. And then after Florida, we ended up getting the same exact first base, which was Dover, Delaware. And then from Dover, Delaware, we ended up deploying on the same deployment. So we were always together, always hanging out, always friends. And we even managed to get the same room together when we were deployed. It was pretty crazy. And although we were great friends, you really don't know somebody until you live with them. This guy would bite his toenails and spit them on the floor. And what do people do when they deploy? They go out and they go to work and they go to the gym. That's all they do. And this guy, he's trying to get super fit. He's taking the whey protein, and it gave him the raunchiest gas you could imagine. It was like the air would get so dense, and he would constantly sit on the top bunk and just fart in this tiny little room that we had. And I'd be laying on the bed and it would just smell like death. And it felt, the air was so heavy, it felt like I had a weighted blanket on me. Sometimes it got so bad I had to leave the room. And I'm telling you, the air was so thick it was like walking through water. It took me an extra half a second to reach the door than if the air was clear. So after a few days of dealing with this, I was like, wait a second, we're deployed. I have my chem gear. I have a gas mask. So I would often put on the gas mask. And I don't know if you ever put on a gas mask before, but it can be kind of hard to breathe and your face gets all sweaty. So it's a good solution if you don't want to smell anything, but you can only handle that for so long. And I remember he would just sit on the top bunk and just let out this mushroom cloud of gas and just sit there and laugh about it. After about a week, we couldn't stand each other, and we actually had to go see the sergeant in charge to separate rooms. After we finally separated rooms, we actually became good friends again. But I'm telling you, some people you just can't live with. I'm way off topic here, let's get to the games. The first game we have is Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. Rainbow Six was developed and published by Red Storm Entertainment. It released for the N64 in 1999. Rainbow Six is a tactical first-person shooter. The game was designed to simulate real operations, and it did a really good job of that. In Rainbow Six, you'll rescue hostages and defuse bombs. You can plan every mission out before jumping right into it. The game is good in single player, but it also has a 2-player mode so a buddy can help. The graphics are decent, and it's a fun game to get into if you like tactical games. And Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six is game number 89 for the N64 Complete in Box library. Next up we have a board game. It's Rugrats Scavenger Hunt. Rugrats Scavenger Hunt was developed by Real Time Associates and published by THQ. It released for the N64 in 1999. Rugrats Scavenger Hunt is a board game. There are 3 board games to choose from: Angelica's Temple of Gloom, Pirate Treasure Hunt, and Reptar Rally. The graphics are actually pretty decent in the game, but there's just no excitement here. The characters all have the same one-liners throughout every board game. The turns also take forever and you can't skip them. If you want a board game on the N64, stick to a Mario Party game. And Rugrats Scavenger Hunt is game number 90 for the N64 library. Next up we have a game based off of a movie, and that game is Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible was developed by Infogrames and published by Ocean. It released for the N64 in 1998. Mission Impossible is a game based off the Mission Impossible movie. The game starts off kinda slow, but it gets better throughout the game. Each mission has a set of tasks. Some you can fail, others will end the game in a game over if you don't complete them. The game does have a lot of trial and error, and that can make the game pretty difficult at times, even on the easiest setting. If you're patient and enjoy games like this, it can be a pretty fun game. And Mission Impossible is game number 91 for the N64 library. The last two games in the lot were duplicates. We have Turok 2, Seeds of Evil, and NFL Quarterback Club 98. This lot of 5 games cost me $38 shipped. And at $38 shipped, that brings our total up to $4,193. Let's get these games on the shelf. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to subscribe. I'll be completing the entire N64 library, complete in box, right here on this show. Also make sure to leave a thumbs up if you like to smell clean air. Until next time, I'm Wade, and thanks for watching.